Hey, what's up, guys? Oh man, Sean here with Blue Ridge Silverhound. I want to thank you guys for joining in. Happy Friday, by the way. We have made it to the crown jewel of the week, weekend time. Well, for most of us, but if you guys are going to be punching the old time clock, hopefully it's a little bit easy on you. All right, so we're going to talk about truly a insane in a membrane type of coin. I came across because I was doing some recap stuff of the Florida Fun auction on Heritage Auctions. Had come to find out just on Facebook and a few of the guys like Ken Potter and Mr. Cronin, of course, said they know their error coins quite a bit. Uh, a pretty mysterious Eisenhower dollar had sold on Heritage Auctions, and like I said, the Florida Fun auction sale was lights out. And when I mean lights out, there were quite a few coins that sold in excess of $1 million, and proving once again that Heritage Auctions is damn near the gold standard of the auction world when it comes to numismatics. I think everybody else is underneath them right now, especially when you come across coins like this. Well, to give you an idea, check out the screen here. I was just kind of like minding my own business, thumbing through all of the sales of all the other coins that I think, obviously deserve the amount of money that they did, but I got to a point where we were kind of like getting near that $250,000 threshold area. Not that that was my personal threshold, but that's just a significant dollar value. And look what happens to pop up. Yeah, what in the blue blazes is that? A 1971 S prototype Eisenhower dollar sitting right there, selling with buyer's premium for $264,000. Yo, whoa, mama, yeah. So that's what I saw, and obviously, that was a coin that a few people were talking about, and yeah, you see this right here? You see where it says overpay? It actually says do not overpay. I'm beginning to wonder, did someone overpay for this thing, or is it truly one of U.S. coins' most revered type of rarities out there? That's I guess you could put it in the same kind of conversation with a number of different mule coins. The penny dime mule, which by the way, I think one is being offered right now. I think on Great Collections or somewhere. The Sacagawea Statehood Quarter Mule is another one, among a few others. I mean, as far as moderns, you can't really beat this Eisenhower dollar, 264 grand. But apparently, it's not the most rarest, unique, modern rarity at all. But it's right up there. We're going to talk a little bit about what the likelihood that another one of these exists out there, and nobody really knows what in the world they're looking for. I mean, how do you distinguish between a prototype? Why is it called a prototype and not a pattern? Yeah, that's a great question. They should sound like one and the same, but apparently there's a very distinct difference between one and the other. So is it worth you guys actually going out there and looking for this thing? First of all, Eisenhower dollars is a love it or hate it kind of coin. Me personally, I grew up with the Ike dollar. I think I was more enamored with the overall size and girth of these things because, that it was virtually the last final kind of like large size coin being produced by U.S. Mint. And I think that's where some of the allure comes in. But at the same time, what kind of really depressed the overall desire to collect these was the fact that they were not only copper nickel clad composition for the most part. They did make some special strikes in 40% silver, but there were a number of people in the community that just really did not care for the overall design of the coin, and that's understandable. But me, This was something that I grew up with. You know, my dad had stacks of these things. He'd pull them out, and we went through them together. I'm like, I love these coins. Come to find out, you can buy them mid-state for a few bucks, you know, and they come most assuredly in any mid-set that you so choose. So let's dig in a little bit deep of what we have here. So this next picture I'm going to put up on screen for you is actually the photos directly from Heritage's website. So all the photo credits go to not only Heritage, but also Collector's Universe. So this is the full obverse and reverse images of the coin. I'm just going to go ahead and read because it is quite the read. If you've never read about this coin or known about it, and quite frankly, I've never heard about it before, I would say Tuesday, when someone had posted this on Facebook. But anyways, it actually has a rarity. It's an R8, which means there are a scant few of these in existence. So Heritage had written up that this is one of 3 known working prototypes. The unique Discovery coin is what was sold. First auction appearance of this landmark rarity. So there hasn't been any others that have sold since the first date of this prototype, which is 1971. I am willing to bet that this coin was produced before 1971, probably either like in 69 or 70, before the coin was ever even released, right? They were kind of like tinkering with the design and all that stuff. So that's kind of where the pattern versus prototype argument comes into play, and we're not going to actually deep dive into that, but I'll let you guys read it for yourself. I'll even put the link in the description of this coin if you want to read more about it. It's quite an interesting example. So it's a coin that graded out PCGS specimen 67, so it's a spec strike R8. And I'll read the first few paragraphs here. It'll take maybe a minute or so. This prototype is one of the rarest of all silver dollars struck since 1794. Okay, well, that's a long time. It has been poetically described as the birth certificate of America's last silver dollar. Only 3 prototypes in total are known since being struck 50 years ago. 2 of the 3 originate from this prototype's die pair, with a third struck from a different obverse prototype die. It is also one of the 3 earliest known of all Eisenhower dollars and bears a prototype design featuring an unfinished moon. And actually, I saw that on the picture. I'm like, the moon looks a little bit funny. It doesn't have all the design and kind of like, you know, the outlines of the all the continents and stuff on there. This is the inaugural public sale of the Discovery example of a U.S. Mint working prototype for a coin issued for circulation and in its actual precious metal of issue. This is likely a historic numismatic first since the establishment of the United States Mint in 1792. Yeah, usually these prototypes don't make it out of the mint. They get destroyed, they get saved, they get, I guess, loaned to the Smithsonian. That's actually an interesting next part of this thing right here. The 3 known prototypes are lacking from the Smithsonian's National Numismatic Collection. One day I will go there. Yeah, that's on my bucket list here in the near future. The United States Mint Collection, all of the Federal Reserve Museum collections, and the collections of the American Numismatic Association and American Numismatic Society. We would not be surprised if the new owner has the opportunity to place this coin on loan to any of these worthy institutions. I mean, no kidding, that would be awesome. Among many others, and hope that he or she would accept such an invitation. As there have been no public offerings of any of the prototypes, meaningful comparables are elusive. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. This is where this coin isn't necessarily the rarest kind of like pattern or some sort of mysterious variety of some sort. However, we view the 1975 No S Proof Roosevelt dime, which sold for $456,000 in a Heritage auction in 2019, as a coin of similar rarity and mysterious origin. That one is very mysterious. Similarly, the unique 1976 Eisenhower dollar no S proof appears in the PCGS price guide valued at, get this, 850K. Wouldn't you like to find one of those? Numismatic history may well be made this evening. All right. So this coin sold a few weeks ago during the Fun Show auction. And it's just, man, there's so much to read here. And again, I'll let you guys, jump onto the Heritage website and read it for yourself. I read the whole thing. I'm like, oh my God, they just have so much information here. They have the overall provenance, I guess, of the coin and its origin and all that great stuff. It's amazing. So it sounds like all three examples are in collections, if I'm reading correctly. Um, so the likelihood that you'll ever find something like this, or find this particular coin, um, it might be impossible. However, keep in mind the 75 no S dime is certainly a coin out there that is very chase worthy. It still remains to be seen if this was a prototype. Sounded like it's not, considering that the one example was found in a proof set, if I'm not mistaken, obviously. Along with the 76 no S proof Eisenhower dollar, which is another good one to look for. Again, that's really the ultimate like chase piece in all of this. If you're able to find one, then congratulations. That's going to make your decade for sure. Just imagine everything that you could pay off with $800,000, for crying out loud. But yeah, I mean, truly remarkable. I did want to do a video on this because it is one of those things that, that is once of a lifetime caliber type of auction. I'm glad Heritage Auctions was able to consign this and sell it, and make it as part of like one of the modern echelons of U.S. coinage. I think it's a really neat story with a lot of educational aspect to it. If you really wanted to know about the process of creating a coin from scratch and having it go through the prototype pattern process and the pattern prototype dies and hubs and all that stuff that were being used to kind of test out the metals. Because before 1971, when the Ike dollar came to be, all we had was the Morgans, and that was 50 years removed, okay, or somewhere around there. The peace dollars were the last big silver coin produced that ended in 1935, and then from 35 to 71, they hadn't done anything. But as you guys know, the big change was the U.S. was getting out of the silver standard for all their coins, and now they're forced to do this copper nickel clad composition, and it's understandable that they wanted to do some of these trial strikes and things like that to test out the overall just big massive size of these coins to how they will strike up on a copper nickel clad blank. So it's always understandable to see the processes, and if you guys haven't done so, the ANA has wonderful videos, showcasing some of the mint, processes and all that stuff. And if you guys haven't done it already, you're legit like really deep into coins and numismatics in general. Learning how coins are made is an important educational lesson that you need to be aware of. So that's that coin, for crying out loud. I mean, did you guys check out? I even flashed a picture of the coin in that massive slab, that big old beefy, chunk of plastic that it sits in. That's insane. It's huge. But yeah, I mean that's that. So as we go into the weekend, I will be doing a pocket change market report on schedule. We are in the month of February. A lot of the brand new 2022 coins should be available in some form or fashion, really depending on how much involvement you have in actually sourcing these bank boxes and rolls. Again, it seems to be the Lincoln cents and the quarters have the best resale value. Nickels, I think, would be just behind that, and dimes are garbage. So if your bank has a box of 2022 Roosevelt dimes, I mean, they don't really sell for anything much more than the overall face value. I think the one box that did sell a few days ago ended up selling for like $264, and it's $250 face. So, I mean, realistically, that seller did lose money because there's a 13.5% fee that comes right off the top that pays for the fee of selling the item in addition to the payment processing fee, which is 3.5%. So yeah, that was a loss there. So dimes isn't where it's at. And then furthermore, getting into eBay, hopefully you guys enjoyed a few of my tutorial videos on how to be successful on eBay. If you guys are really getting into it and you want to be successful, sell what you want to sell on there. But most importantly, have fun doing it. I think the target goal for listing for this weekend, starting today, Friday, should be 50 items. See if you can post 50 items and then kind of track and gauge how much time it takes to list each item. I know for me, it takes anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes to list an item. I go a lot quicker with coins and sports cards and things like that. But if you're able to list at the very minimum 50 to 60 items per week, and you are a brand new seller, you're going to accelerate the growth of your business quite a bit more. All right, and then with an eBay entity selling platform that you have, you do have, I guess, 200 free listings every month. So if you're not utilizing all 200, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And then after 200, yeah, it costs like a dime to list or whatever, but that's nothing. That should not stop you from listing at all. And do a lot of research. Know exactly what your items sell for, and really keep it framed within the market, if not a little bit less. Again, it's all about converting that $1 bill to $3 to $5. Because otherwise it would just be sitting there. It would take up room in your garage or your warehouse or whatever, and it wouldn't do you any good. So go for the gusto. List as many as you can if you got the time. We are still in winter mode. A lot of folks are staying indoors. A lot of you on the Midwest and East Coast are getting hammered by snow storms right now. So this would be a good time to double down and kind of set yourself up for a really successful summertime. If you're able to crank out maybe 500 listings between now and June, that would be awesome. And consider that. For the amount of listings, you do sell about 10% of them in a 30-day period. So if you had, say, 400 or 500 listings on there, you'll sell, 40 to 50 items, as long as you have them priced reasonably, because if they're not reasonable, then you're not going to be selling anything. And it'd be more of a headache. And you're going to wonder why Blue Ridge told me to list all these things. I haven't sold anything yet. It would just be like, I'm ready to wave the white flag and give up. But, ladies and gentlemen, that might be it for the day. Again, I want to thank you guys again for a somewhat relatively smooth giveaway that I had announced the other day. And Mark Sanchez has officially claimed his 2 2021 Lincoln cents. Congratulations again to all the winners. However, I still need Ben and Elizabeth to email me so that way you could claim your coins, because those are still outstanding. And yeah, you guys are the winner. But that's going to go ahead and do it. We will be back Monday with another edition of the Live Coin Q&A live stream. That's going to be on the official YouTube channel, Live Coin Q&A. So if you haven't been there or subscribed, please do so. I will be there. I'm usually there every Monday. We take one Monday off per month to kind of like reset and recharge and all that stuff. And then you get to meet the rest of the team. We're all kind of collaborative, and we talk about coins, and we talk about your coins most specifically, and we try and get to the nitty gritty when it comes to your finds, because it's a lot of fun. But it's even more fun when you have the knowledge and education behind all of the coins that you do find. And at certain times, it's less about how much a coin's worth and more, what happened, what happened to your coin, why did this event happen on your coin, and but the money part of it all comes after the education. As long as you know that, then you'll do okay. Well, that's going to go ahead and do it, guys. I'm not going to drag this along any further. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. You guys take it easy on Friday. Have a great weekend. Stay tuned for a couple videos upcoming for this weekend. And yeah, we are hunting together, we are discovering together, and we are collecting together. So you guys take care. Peace. See ya.